How many of us have a loved one that is in need of personal home care? And as a caregiver, a family member may not always, have the opportunity to be there as often as they'd like. Well, it's great to have someone experienced that can do that for you. And today on the show, Jessica Leahy, who is here with us today with used to be Spiritus, is now Praetorian.
Yes.
Well, welcome back. It's good to see you
much.
again.
Thank you for having me again.
Well, definitely. Give us a little bit of background about Praetorian, if you would, please.
Well, Praetorian Health Services is a private duty in-home nursing and supplemental staffing agency. We've been in business since December. We were formerly Spiritus Caring Companions, but our new owners bought us out, and we are now an entity that can come into the home, assist with caregivers all the way from companions to registered nurses, as well as offer supplemental staffing in hospitals, facilities, and medical practices.
Well, one of the things that you mentioned is your employees are not independent contractors.
That's correct. Independent contractors are someone who, like a hairstylist, will rent out a booth at a hair salon, and they're responsible for their own taxes, their own insurances, things like that. At Praetorian, all of our employees are employees. They're not independent contractors, and that's something that a lot of people forget to ask whenever an agency comes out and discusses these things with them. In their home, whenever we send an employee out, the difference that it makes for the employee to be an employee and not an independent contractor is that we carry insurances on them, workers' comp insurance if they were to get hurt or twist their ankle walking down the steps, something like that. It's not on your homeowner's insurance, and that really helps give a lot of people a peace of mind.
Plus, they're dependable, because if somebody's expecting to come a certain day, perhaps an independent contractor, that something may happen, they can't make it, and whereas with Praetorian, everybody works for the company. If something happens to the person who's supposed to go that day, you know about it.
Exactly.
And you can send somebody else out there.
Exactly. Well, we're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and we cover the 6 coastal counties. And our employees do a scheduling web-based service where they go through the scheduling system that we have, and whenever they report to the home for the shift or to the facility, they use the phone number, the phone at the home or the cell phone from the client, and they clock in, and then they also use it to clock out. So it holds them accountable and keeps us integritous at the same time.
Well, let's talk about some of the services that you provide with Praetorian, like the companionship services. What you have some different services in that area as far as what they do when the caregivers do when they go out.
Oh, absolutely. They're we base everything on the individual need. So we customize our services based on your home and the way that you like your towels folded and the way that you like your meals prepared. So we go out and we do an initial free consultation, sit down and get a feel for your environment, get a feel for your personality, what type of hobbies, interests, things like that. So we can really paint a portrait of not just medically what your necessities are, but emotionally, physically, and spiritually what your necessities are to complete the gamut of health care to help you really live your life well. They don't just come out and do light housekeeping. They do laundry, assist with bathing, dressing, changing, personal care, assist with incontinence care. They take you out on outings, help you be social. If you're active in church or in social groups, like right now it's Mardi Gras time, so there's a lot of Mardi Gras balls. Thank you, going on, and so we have a lot of people who are still very active in those things and want to be active. They just maybe can't drive, or maybe they just need someone to help them get in and out of the car and or up and down, help them use their walker or their wheelchair, and that's what our companions do.
Well, one of the great things about something like that is because we live such a better life when we are at home. We're more comfortable, and then you're in your own personal surroundings, your familiar surroundings. Excuse me. And having someone come there and work with you like that, it makes your life a lot more comfortable.
Oh, especially for people who are suffering from Alzheimer's or dementia. It really helps them to be in a familiar place, to have their surroundings, familiarized with their keepsakes and their legacy of their home, and their photos, their memories, the little keepsakes that they have. Those things help to trigger memories, and it just helps them to feel more comfortable and more confident so that they can continue to thrive. Being in a facility is not always the worst option, and we, of
Right.
course, encourage that, but we want to help people, until they get to that, where that becomes the next step in the stage that they're in.
Well, like I said, it may get to the point where they do need to be in a assisted living facility. But in the meantime, it is so much better for them to be at home, being their own surroundings.
Oh,
And especially, as you
absolutely.
mentioned, with the Alzheimer's thing, because there's still some familiarity there. And with their loved ones and everything, and it makes it so much easier. And the caregivers that Praetorian provides, it's like they become a family member with them as well.
Oh, absolutely. The closer that they get to each other, it's like they're not even a paid caregiver anymore. It's that they're a family member. And whenever we send people out to the home, we make sure that they have national criminal background checks in the National Registry. We do motor vehicle checks for transportation purposes. We also require them to have CPR certifications, TB testings annually, and we make sure that they are who they say that they are. Drug screenings that are done initially and then every 6 months. So we keep a pretty good grasp of the employees that we send out to your home. We want to make sure it's someone we want to send to our home.
Well, as a matter of fact, talking about employees, let's talk a little bit real quick about the supplemental staffing division that you
Okay.
have. RNs, LPNs, CNAs, certified MAs, short or long term. I mean, big list.
Oh, absolutely. And if the facility needs, sometimes their census is up, or sometimes you have people who are on sick, family medical leave, or maternity leave, and you just need someone for a short term. Well, we've already got the people with the credentials to take their places who have the knowledge and the training and the skills that can come right in and pick right up where they need to pick up and help you continue on and meet your deadlines and your goals and help keep your patients happy until they come back, or we can be a long-term solution as well. So really excited to be able to provide that.
And I guess if someone that falls along that line, they can come in and apply for it. You take applications or anything?
Yes, we have a website set up, and we also take applications Monday through Friday from 10 to 4 in our office in Gulfport, and Kathy Beach is our Director of Operations, and she's the person who would process them.
Well, this is wonderful. Thank you so much for coming and sharing with us, Jessica. With the new Praetorian, as we mentioned, it was formerly Spiritus, but now it is Praetorian here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. If you have a loved one at home that you want to keep them at home, make their life a whole lot, still keep them comfortable and everything. It's great to have places like you. Thank you so much
Thank you.
for being here on the show again. So again, if you want some more information about that, numbers on your screen, website, praetorianhealthservices.com, all kinds of information on there. And you want to make the final years of one of your loved ones more comfortable at home, give Praetorian a call. They'll be glad to help you out.